Hello, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
Am I audible to you?
yes, sure.
Yes, 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 you are. Yes, you. We can
Okay.
hear you.
Uh, Today we will discuss about project monitoring and evaluation. And this is a long session of 3 hours. First of all, we will see what is the meaning of monitoring and evaluation. Like project monitoring and evaluation is a systematic and ongoing process which is used to track and assess the progress and impact of a project or program. It helps project managers, stakeholders, and funders understand whether the project is on track to achieve its objective and whether it is having the desired impact. Because monitoring and evaluation is an essential part of project management and is often conducted throughout the project life cycle. Before moving ahead, first of all, I want to discuss about some stages of the project, like how a project planning is done. We have a requirement of a clear project plan with well-defined objectives, goals, activities, and expected outcomes. This plan should include a detailed logic model or theory of change that outlines how the project is expected to create its intended impact. We can also identify a specific indicators that will be used to measure the project's progress and impact. These indicators can be called as a SMART, like S for a specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. In short, we can also call it as a SMART. So it can act as indicators for project management and directly related to the project's objectives. Suppose whatever the organization you are working, simply say in the IT industry or information technology, then you can also apply the principle of a SMART. Like whatever you are doing, that should be a specific, measurable, achievable, means whatever the objectives you have set, that should be realistic in nature. You can achieve it. Or we should not make any such a objective that we already know that it will not be achieved. Whatever the objective we are setting, it should be relevant and also time bound for a specific period. Like if you will say I will complete it in 1 year, and the project is of can take 3 to 5 years, then it is not realistic. Whatever the objectives you are setting, it should be time bound. After that, we can collect data on a regular basis to assess the project's progress. The data can be quantitative or qualitative. Also, data collection methods can include surveys, interviews, observations, and document reviews. After that, we can analyze the we can the collected data to determine whether the project is meeting its goals and objectives. This analysis helps identify trends, strengths, weaknesses, and areas that need to be improvement. Suppose in an organization, a lot of processes are happening together. So you should also identify that which process requires improvement. It is not necessary that uh, an organization has 10 processes and all the processes are lagging behind. Some might be good, some might be bad. So we should assess that where there are requirements of improvement. After that, we can create a regular report that summarizes the project progress and findings from monitoring and evaluation process. These reports should be shared with project stakeholders, including funders, team members, and beneficiaries. We can also use findings to make informed decisions about the project. When the project is not on track or is not achieving its intended outcomes, adjust strategies and activities accordingly. It provides a platform for continuous learning and improvement. We should also engage with project stakeholders, including beneficiaries and funders, throughout the monitoring and evaluation process. The input and feedback are valuable for understanding the project effectiveness and making improvements. We can also ensure that resources allocated to the project activities are budgeted for and managed effectively. Monitoring and evaluation activities require time, personal, and financial resources. We should be prepared to adapt the project based on monitoring and evaluation findings. When data indicates that certain strategies are not working or that new opportunities have arisen, be flexible enough to make necessary adjustments. And finally, we should ensure that ethical principles are upheld throughout the monitoring and evaluation process, including informed consent, confidentiality, and data security. So these are the basics of project monitoring and evaluation. Now we will discuss about the importance of project monitoring and evaluation. So project monitoring and evaluation are critically important for a variety of reasons, both for the successful implementation of projects and for the organizations and stakeholders. So monitoring and evaluation provides a structured approach to assess whether am I audible or not, voice is repeating, kindly confirm me.
Yes, sir, you are audible, but you are getting some um,
Yes, sir.
microphone sound. You,
Actually, one participant was unmute. Now I have muted all. Hope voice would be clear also.
sir, you are loud and clear. You can proceed,
Okay,
sir.
okay, fine. Yeah, fine. So we are discussing about importance of monitoring and evaluation. Uh, Stakeholders track milestones and identify any deviations from the project's original objectives and timelines. This early detection of issues allows for timely corrective actions. Through monitoring and evaluation, organizations can better allocate their resources, including time, budget, and personnel. By identifying the project activities which are effective and which are not, they can reallocate resources. including time, budget, and personnel. By identifying the project activities which are effective and which are not, they can reallocate resources to maximize impact and efficiency. Monitoring and evaluation help maintain and improve the quality of project implementation. Regular data collection and analysis enable organizations to identify areas where the quality of services or products can be enhanced, leading to better outcomes for beneficiaries. Monitoring and evaluation enhances accountability at various levels. It holds project implementers accountable for delivering results, ensures that resources are used efficiently, and allows organizations to demonstrate their commitment to transparency and accountability to funders and stakeholders. Monitoring and evaluation provides data and evidence that can inform decision making. Project managers and policymakers can make informed choices about program design, resource allocation, and strategy adjustments based on the findings from monitoring and evaluation activities. It promotes a culture of continuous learning and adaptation when project managers and teams regularly review data and evaluation findings. They can identify lessons learned and adjust strategies that approaches accordingly, leading to improved project outcomes over time. It helps in identifying and mitigating risk early in the project lifecycle. By monitoring progress and assessing potential risks, organizations can take proactive measures to minimize the impact of unforeseen challenges. It also encourages a stakeholder engagement and feedback. By engaging beneficiaries, donors, and other stakeholders in the monitoring and evaluation process, fosters a sense of ownership and ensures that project design and implementation align with their needs and expectations. Effective monitoring and evaluation allows organizations to demonstrate the impact of their projects to funders, supporters, and the public. This is especially important for attracting funding, building trust, and gaining support for future initiatives. Monitoring and evaluation data can inform a strategic planning and decision making for future projects. It helps organizations identify successful strategies and replicate them in other contexts while avoiding strategies that have proven less effective. In some cases, monitoring and evaluation is required for legal or regulatory compliance. So, regular reporting on monitoring and evaluation findings enhances transparency and communication within organization and with external stakeholders. It helps in building trust and credibility. This is the major importance of project monitoring and evaluation. So it can ensure that a project is progressing as planned and within budget. It helps in early identification of bottlenecks and provides a mechanism for corrective action. It also helps in ensuring that the project objectives are met and stakeholder requirements are satisfied. So project monitoring enables systematic Tracking of project progress against its predefined goals, milestones, and timelines. It allows project managers to identify whether the project is advancing as planned or if there are any deviations from the intended path. Also, one of the significant advantages of project monitoring is its ability to identify bottlenecks. Detecting problems at an early stage allows for timely corrective actions to be taken, preventing the issues from escalating and potentially derailing the project. Also, monitoring provides a mechanism for corrective action. When issues or deviations are identified, project managers can make informed decisions on how to address them, whether it involves adjusting project strategies, reallocating resources, or revising the timelines. So these are the importance of project management. Now we will see about project cost. Cost control, how we can control the cost of a project, like monitoring and evaluation of a project budget is a critical aspect of project management. This process helps ensure that the project remains on track financially, preventing cost overruns and ensuring efficient resource allocation. Here are key points about the importance of monitoring and controlling the project budget. Effective budget monitoring and control allow project managers to manage costs proactively. They can track expenses, compare them to the budget, and take corrective actions when costs are exceeding the planned amounts. One of the primary objectives of budget monitoring is to prevent cost overruns. By regularly reviewing expenditures and comparing them to the budget, project managers can identify potential issues early and take steps to mitigate them. Monitoring the budget helps ensure that project resources, including personal materials and equipment, are used efficiently and effectively. It allows project managers to reallocate resources as needed to optimize project outcomes. We can accurately budget information, which is also essential for informed decision making. Project managers can make decisions about scope changes, resource allocation, and risk management based on the budget status and projections. Budget monitoring can help identify financial risk that may impact the project. By recognizing these risks early, project managers can develop risk mitigation strategies to minimize their impact on the budget. Adequate budget control can indirectly contribute to quality assurance. When resources are managed efficiently, it ensures that the project deliverables meet quality standards and expectations. Keeping the project within budget and demonstrating effective budget control measures can enhance stakeholder confidence. This includes gaining the trust of project sponsors, clients, and team members. Accurate budget tracking is essential for financial reporting and transparency. Organizations and project managers need to provide accurate financial data to stakeholders, regularly authorities and auditors. In the event of a scope changes or unforeseen circumstances, that impact the budget, effective budget monitoring helps assess the financial implications of these changes and facilitate change management decisions. So effective budget monitoring and control contribute to the overall success of the project. It ensures that the project achieves its objectives while staying within the allocated budget, which is a key measure of project success. Budget monitoring and control are integral parts of project management that help organizations manage costs, prevent overruns, allocate resources effectively, make informed decisions, and ultimately ensure the successful completion of projects while maintaining financial accountability. So these are the features of cost control. Now we will talk about risk management. Identifying, analyzing, mitigating, and monitoring potential risks throughout the project lifecycle is a fundamental aspect of effective project management. This proactive risk management process helps ensure that the project stays on track and minimizes the impact of unforeseen issues. Identifying a risk like early in the project planning phase, project managers and teams should systematically identify potential risks. This involves brainstorming and identifying anything that could potentially impact the project objectives, timeline, budget, or quality. Risks can be categorized into various types like technical risk, external risk, organizational risk, and project-specific risk. Once identified, risks should be analyzed in terms of their potential impact and likelihood of occurrence. A risk assessment matrix is often used to categorize risk based on their severity. Qualitative analysis involves assigning risk probabilities and impact scores, while quantitative analysis may involve numerical estimation and simulations. If we will talk about mitigating risk, then the project team should develop risk mitigating. These strategies aim to reduce the probability and the mitigation strategies are effective. Regular risk reviews should be conducted to identify new risks, assess the status of existing risk, and update risk mitigation plans as needed. So, some benefits of early risk management in project management like proactive problem solving, cost and schedule control, enhanced stakeholder confidence, quality assurance, adaptability, resource allocation, and project success. So effective risk management is a critical factor in minimizing disruptions and maximizing the likelihood of meeting project goals. So these are risk management, and now we will see quality control. Quality of deliverables is a vital aspect of project management. Quality management ensures that project outcomes meet the established requirements, standards, and expectations, resulting in defect-free and satisfactory deliverables. Like quality control ensures that project deliverables align with the documented requirements and specifications. This helps prevent deviations from the project objectives and client expectations. High quality deliverables lead to satisfied clients and stakeholders. Meeting or exceeding their expectations builds trust and enhances the project reputation. Quality control measures help identify and rectify defects or issues in deliverables before they reach the client or end users. This minimizes the need for costly rework and corrections later in the project. Delivering defect-free work reduces the need for additional effort and resources to fix problems, which can impact project timelines and budgets. Effective quality control allows for better resource allocation by avoiding unnecessary work and rework. It ensures that resources are used efficiently and effectively. High quality deliverables reduce the risk of project failure or client dissatisfaction, which can lead to disputes, contract issues, or legal problems. Also, quality monitoring and evaluation promote a culture of continuous improvement within the project team. Lessons learned from quality assessments can inform future projects and processes. In some industries, like the chemical industry, say, projects must adhere to a specific quality standards, regulations, or compliance requirement. If you are working in construction industry, then you have to take care of the cements, their storage, their handling. If you are working in iron ore or a steel industry, then there would be high temperature blast furnaces, so you should take some precautions. In this way, we should also ensure our compliance that these standards are met and maintained. Effective quality control practices encourage communication. And collaboration. Someone was taking my control from the PPT. So these are the quality control of project monitoring and evaluation. And now we will see about definition. After that, we will discuss a case study in the form of research paper. Now we will see about data driven. Like quality control ensures that project deliverables align with the documented requirements and specifications. This helps prevent deviations from the project objectives and client expectations. High quality deliverables lead to satisfied clients and stakeholders. Meeting or exceeding their expectations builds trust and enhances the project reputation. Quality control measures help identify and rectify defects or issues in deliverables before they reach the client or end users. This minimizes the need for costly rework and corrections later in the project. Delivering defect-free work reduces the need for additional effort and resources to fix problems, which can impact project timeliness and budgets. Effective quality control allows for better resource allocation by avoiding unnecessary work and rework. It ensures that resources are used efficiently and effectively. High quality deliverables reduce the risk of project failure or client dissatisfaction, which can lead to disputes, contract issues, or legal problems. Quality monitoring and control promote a culture of continuous improvement within the project team. Lessons learned from quality assessments can inform future projects and processes. So during the project, data related to the quality deliverables is collected through various means. This data can include inspection results, test report, feedback from stakeholders, and any other relevant information. Suppose you are working in automobile sector, then you have data about the inspection, about the test results, about the mileage, about the durability, about the efficiency of the engine, and also you are collecting feedback from stakeholders. Once the data is collected, it is analyzed to assess the quality of deliverables. This analysis may involve comparing the actual results to the established quality standards, requirements, and benchmarks. Data analysis helps identify any deviations from the quality expectation. These deviations can be in the form of defects, non-compliance with the specifications, or variations from the desired quality levels. When deviations are identified, a root cause analysis is often conducted to determine the underlying reasons for the quality issues. This analysis helps pinpoint the specific factors or processes that led to the deviations. And with the data analysis, the root cause analysis and corrective actions contribute to a culture of continuous improvement. This information can be used to refine processes, update quality standards, and prevent similar issues in future projects. Now we will see software tools in project management. Project management software automates routine administrative tasks such as task assignment, scheduling, and resource allocation. This automation saves time and reduces the risk of human error. Project management tools allow team members to track their work progress and time spent on tasks. This data is automatically recorded and can be used for performance evaluation and resource management. Project management software helps in creating project schedules, Gantt chart, and timelines. We will discuss the Gantt chart also. These tools automatically update as tasks are completed or delayed, giving project managers real-time visibility into the project progress. Resource allocation. Project management tools assist in allocating resources efficiently. They provide insights into resource availability, workload, and utilization, helping managers make informed decisions about resource allocation. Many project management platforms include communication and collaboration features such as discussion boards, messaging, and document sharing. These tools facilitate team communication and knowledge sharing. Some project management software includes features for identifying, assessing, and managing risk. Automated risk assessments and notifications can help project teams proactively address potential issues. Project management tools often include budgeting and cost tracking features. This allows project managers to monitor expenses, compare them to the budget, and make financial decisions based on real-time data. Project management software generates reports and dashboards that provide insights into project performance. Project managers can use these reports for decision making and to communicate progress to stakeholders. Many project management platforms can integrate with other software tools used by project teams, such as time tracking software, document management systems, and communication tools. This integration streamlines workflows and data sharing. Project management software provides data and visualizations that aid in decision making. For example, project managers can use historical data to forecast project completion dates or resource needs. Suppose in your own industry, you are studying your historical data, what was happened earlier, and a similar project is also running with you. Then you can forecast the future happenings with the help of historical data. And many project management tools are cloud-based, allowing team members to access project data and collaborate from anywhere with an internet connection. This accessibility is especially valuable for remote or distributed teams. Project management software is a valuable tool that automates tasks, streamlines processes, and provides data-driven insights that enhance decision making throughout the project lifecycle. It helps project managers and teams work more efficiently and effectively, ultimately contributing to project success. Now we will see collaborative. Collaborative efforts ensure that all stakeholders have a shared understanding of project objectives. Requirements and expectations. This alignment is essential for effective monitoring and control. Different stakeholders often have access to different types of data and insights related to the project. Collaborating allows for collection and sharing of diverse data sources, which can provide a more comprehensive view of the project status. Collaborative monitoring increases the chances of early issues identification. When multiple stakeholders are involved in monitoring, they can spot issues from different perspectives. Suppose someone is working in packaging, someone is working for branding, someone is working for operations, someone is working for supply chain, someone is expert in logistics. So if you have a lot of projects managers for a specific task, then all the project managers can help each other to catch problems before they escalate. It can be identified by an individual before a major fault would happen. Collaboration helps in resource allocation decisions by involving stakeholders. Also, when changes to project scope or plan are required, collaboration ensures that stakeholders are consulted and informed. This helps in managing scope changes effectively. Collaborative monitoring and control promotes transparency when stakeholders are effectively engaged. They can access project data and updates, which builds trust and accountability. Also, buy-in and support. Engaging stakeholders in the monitoring and control process fosters a sense of ownership and commitment to the project success. This can lead to increased support and cooperation from all parties involved. Collaborative efforts often lead to discussions about process improvement and lessons learned. Stakeholders can collectively identify ways to enhance project management practices and outcomes. Collaboration naturally leads to improved communication among project team members and stakeholders. Effective communication is essential for sharing information, addressing concerns, and aligning efforts. So these are the purpose of project monitoring and evaluation. Now we will see key components of project monitoring, like what is the scope, what is the schedule, and how we can control our budget and quality. Before discussing this, first we will know about a scope of a project. So whenever we are defining a project scope, we should have a comprehensive project statement. It outlines the project objectives, goals, deliverables, constraints, and assumptions, and the work to be performed. We should clearly define what is included in the project scope and what is explicitly excluded. This helps prevent a scope creep, which is uncontrolled expansion of the project scope. We should develop a scope management plan that outlines how the project scope will be defined, documented, and verified and controlled. This plan serves as a guide for managing scope related activities. We can also engage with key stakeholders, including the project sponsor, clients, and end users, to gather their input and ensure alignment with their requirements and expectations. We can collect and document detailed project requirements. These requirements specify what the project must deliver to meet the stakeholders' needs. Also, we can verify the project scope to ensure that all deliverables meet the specified requirements and that they are complete, accurate, and approved by relevant stakeholders. After that, we should maintain a detailed documentation of the project scope, including the scope statement, requirements, change request, and any other relevant documents. Now, we will see about schedule. By breaking down the project into a smaller manageable task and activities, it should be related to achieving the project objectives. So we should determine the logical sequence in which tasks should be performed. We can identify task dependencies, that is, which task must be completed before others can begin. We can estimate the time required to complete each task. This can be done using historical data, expert judgment, or other estimation techniques. We can consider factors that may affect task duration, such as resource availability and potential risk. We can use project management software or tools like Gantt charts or to create a visual representation of the project schedule. A Gantt chart shows task dependencies and timelines. We can also assign resources to each task based on availability and skill sets. Ensure that resources are allocated optimally to prevent bottlenecks. We can also identify critical path, which is the sequence of tasks that determines the project's shortest possible duration. Any delay on critical path will directly impact the project overall timeline. We can anticipate potential risk and uncertainties that could impact the schedule. We can develop contingency plans or buffers to account for these risks, especially on non-critical path tasks. We can also define project milestones, which are significant points in the project timeline, often associated with the completion of key deliverables or phases. Milestones help track progress and celebrate achievements. The next is budget. We have already discussed about budget. In short, we can summarize it. Developing and controlling the financial aspects of a project is a critical aspect of project management. It involves planning, monitoring, and managing project finances to ensure that the project is completed within the approved budget. Here is how to develop and control the financial aspects of a project effectively. We can begin with creating a detailed project budget that outlines all anticipated costs associated with the project. This budget should include expenses related to labor, materials, equipment, subcontractors, overhead, and any other relevant cost. We can ensure that the budget aligns with the project scope, objectives, and requirements. We can estimate the cost associated with each project task and activity. This can be done by using historical data, expert judgment, vendor quotes, and other estimation techniques. We can consider potential control, cost risk, and uncertainties, and include contingency reserves in the budget to address unforeseen expenses. We can allocate budgeted amounts to individual project tasks and activities. We can ensure that resources are appropriately assigned to each task. Once the project budget is finalized and approved, we can establish it as the baseline budget. This serves as the reference point against which actual expenses are measured. Continuously monitor project expenses as the project progresses. We can use project management software or financial tracking tools to record and analyze cost. We can compare actual expenditures to the baseline budget to identify any variances. Also, we can implement a formal change control process to evaluate and document any proposed changes to the project scope which may impact the budget. Assess the financial implications of scope changes and obtain approval before proceeding with adjustments. We can efficiently manage project resources to avoid budget overruns. We can allocate resources based on the project needs and priorities. We can also optimize resource allocation to prevent bottlenecks and delays that may lead to increased cost. So when the project involves external vendors or suppliers, manage those relationships effectively to ensure that contracts are adhered to and that cost remains within the budget. We can maintain contingency reserves within the budget to address unforeseen expenses or scope changes. These reserves provide a buffer to prevent budget overruns. And now we will see the quality. We can create a quality management plan that outlines how quality will be planned, executed, and monitored throughout the project. This plan should include roles and responsibilities, quality control processes, and quality assurance activities. We can engage as stakeholders, including clients and end users and project sponsors, to understand their quality expectations and requirements. We can incorporate their input into the quality standards. We can develop a detailed quality plan that specifies the quality assurance and control activities to be performed at each stage of the project. Define quality checkpoints and review processes. We can implement quality assurance processes to ensure that project processes and activities are being executed according to the defined quality standards. We can also conduct regular audits and reviews to verify compliance with quality procedures. We can implement quality control processes to evaluate the actual deliverables against the predefined quality criteria. We can use techniques such as inspections, reviews, testing, and validation to check for defects or deviations from quality standards. We can continuously monitor the project's progress and deliverables to ensure that quality is maintained throughout the project lifecycle. We can identify and address any quality issues or deviations promptly. We can maintain comprehensive records of all quality related activities, including inspection results, test reports, and any corrective actions taken. When deviations from quality standards are identified, we can take corrective actions. After the project completion, we can conduct a post-project review to assess the overall quality performance, to identify areas for improvement and capture best practices for future projects. Now, I am sharing a case study to you. You will read and then we will discuss. You have only to read about the Gantt chart and PERT and CPM, and there is no need to go towards the numerical portion. You can take 5 minutes to overview the Gantt chart and then we will discuss it. I have shared a Gantt chart case study in the chat box. You can see and read it.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
There's a discussion going on.
Yeah, we are given 5 minutes to go through the case study.
Or the case
Then
on
after that,
top
we
one.
Yes, hello.
the case
So
study is
I
showing
hope you have seen the case study.
The importance of project schedule development.
So we will discuss first about the yes. Someone is and kindly mute. If you want to ask something, then unmute. So I have shared a case study to you related with the Gantt chart. I hope you have also studied this Gantt chart. When you will go through this case study, then we would have an idea about how Korean automobile industry optimizes its technology transfer with the help of Gantt chart and critical path method, which is used for project monitoring and evaluation. So to create a mechanism for optimal interaction of organizations in national and transnational dimensions, modeling should be defined which allows the implementation of process of technology transfer in the most efficient way. Like how the some risk which it would cover is about the differences in industry standards like chemical industry, steel industry, mining industry, construction industry have different constraints. And also there are differences in investment. That's why some research questions have been developed for this case study as how could project management be used for technology transfer process? And how do Gantt charts and critical path analysis flow diagrams impact technology transfer projects? Which results could be achieved in the application of impact technology transfer projects? Also, which results could be achieved in the application of project management tools for technology transfer models? So, if you will see in the case study, you will get a figure about gross domestic expenditure on research and development, which has been shown for a lot of countries. It presents the R&D investment amount against the GDP based on data given by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Now we will see about project management for technology transfer, like technology transfer models. So most of the technology transfer models are based on a project management approach, which means that all the operations in transfer are considered as steps in a project. Concerning the content and findings can be divided in three groups. It is possible to describe the technology transfer process as the elements that are necessary to transfer a technology. It describes the basic elements that must exist in a technology transfer. So, to bridge the gap of technology transfer in and applying the project management, We can bring new technologies to market and imaging techno market insights. The bridge is market push strategy. And also we can incubate the technology to define its commercialability and demonstrating it contextually in production and or processes. The bridge is market research, and we can also demonstrate it contextually in production and or processes and promoting the latter's adoption. So to overcome the limitations, we are applying various project management tools. If you have seen in the case study like project brainstorming and initial concepts, ideas, structures, aims, gathering and identifying all elements, especially casual and hidden factors, scheduling and time scales, identifying and sequencing parallel and interdependent activities and stages, financial costing, budgets, revenues, profiles, and variances, monitoring, forecasting, and reporting. In this way, we can also develop a fishbone diagram. We have discussed it earlier. Uh, Complex projects will have a number of activities running in parallel. The Gantt chart and critical path analysis flow diagrams are two commonly used tools for detailed project planning, enabling scheduling, costing, and budgeting, other financials, project management reporting. Now, if you will open the case study, come to 2.2 Gantt chart and critical path analysis. Open your case study. Let me share the screen. Whether the screen is visible, confirm me once. Yes. Whether the screen is visible to you, confirm me.
Yes, sir. It is visual.
Okay, okay, fine. So we will discuss about Gantt chart and critical path analysis. Uh, Gantt chart is a horizontal bar used in project management to visually represent a project plan over time. Gantt charts typically show the timeline and the status as well as who is responsible for each task in the project. We can have a look at the Gantt chart, like how a project breaks down into a task, when one task will begin and end, how long each task will take, who is assigned to each task, how tasks relate to and depend on each other, when important meetings, approvals, or deadlines need to happen. Yes, hope you are viewing the Gantt chart. Is it visible, Gantt chart? So when important meetings, approvals or deadlines need to happen, how work is progressing in a project, and how a project is scheduled from a start to finish. In this way, a Gantt chart is a super simple way to communicate in the project management.
Just query, sir. It's not visual,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, tell.
Network.
Not visible. Okay, I am sharing
Yes,
once
sir. It's
again.
not visual. I can see
Okay,
the um, presentation, sir.
okay, okay. I am showing you. So this is the Gantt chart. Is it visible now? Is it visible to you? Gantt chart, how it is operating?
Uh, Sir, it's uploading, sir. Yes.
Uploading. Okay.
Right now, it's okay, sir. Network diagram.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Right now, you can see the Gantt chart.
I have shared the PPT in the chat box. You can also get it. If the picture is not visible clearly, it will give you a help in understanding the Gantt chart. So for the Korean company of the automobile, which I have shared in as a case study, you will see how they have applied the project management techniques to understand the scope and stages in technology transfer and its success criteria, including forming the transfer team and developing the project charter, consolidating knowledge for transfer and developing a technology transfer proposal, identifying risk, conducting risk assessment, and developing technology transfer plan, executing the transfer, finalizing the transfer, and performing the review. So the structure of research was decided as defining the scope of the study and design steps, then the model's parameters, after that three-step approach to build the model of technology transfer using project management concept, and then finding and evaluating additional model parameters to increase effectiveness, and finally results discussion and determine the area of investigation for future projects. Like the design capacity of 2000 cars per year was divided between Hyundai and its sister Kia Motors. The plant carries out a full cycle of manufacturing of bodies from Russian steel, stamping, welding, and painting with a stated localization of 46%. So the Korean company in 2013, the factory produced almost 2.29 lakhs car, including 1.28 related to Hyundai brand. In 2018, the volume of production exceeded to 2.35 cars. In 2019, the manufacturing subsidiary announced the creation of an engine assembly plant with a capacity of 1.5 lakh units per year. Means how they are managing the project management concept in their automobile industry. In 2019, Hyundai also opened the Moscow Hyundai Training Academy, one of the largest training centers in the world, which has modern equipment and latest technical support. The main task of this corporation in Russian market is now the support and development of technology transfer activity, including knowledge partner transfer. This research is related to a technology knowledge transfer project of the Hyundai Motor Corporation in the Russian market. If we will talk about the case study for the Korean company Hyundai, we can build a network diagram based on the first iteration of the calendar plan. I am showing you once again. I hope you have seen the Gantt chart. Have you studied it earlier? Gantt chart, are you familiar with the Gantt chart? Anyone have
Sir,
a dot in Gantt chart?
I'm
Yes.
not familiar with Gantt chart, sir.
Okay. Then I have to discuss the Gantt chart also. Okay, fine. Nice to
It's
give
full
your
in,
feedback.
it's full in.
If you have any doubt, you can ask immediately. Otherwise, I will move ahead. I thought that you are familiar with the Gantt chart. So, see what is Gantt chart? Let me discuss first. Like Gantt chart helps in illustrating work completed over a period of time in relation to time planned for the work.
Where did you share the PPT? You talked about a PPT. I don't even know where you're posting that.
I have sent you in the chat box of the team. You can get it.
I can't see any chat on this. It doesn't give me any
In the
place for
team
the chat.
chat, you can get the PPT I have shared.
It doesn't show me. It doesn't show me a chat place. I just see the participants and the screen. It doesn't give me an option to see the chat.
Dear participants, can you help him to find the chat in the team? I think there might be some technical issue with him.
Or maybe you place on your video. When you place video there, then it will bring on the screen like what we are seeing. We are seeing a Gantt chart notes there. So just place on your video, maybe. Then it will.
Yeah, I have already placed. It is on my video.
No, him the one is asking me. I'm able to see the Gantt charts.
Yeah, it's saying that, but it said that the PowerPoint. He said he shared the PowerPoint. I don't know where that was shared.
Okay.
Because it says on the chat, but now I'm not able to see the group chat. I just see the participants and your screen. It doesn't.
Okay, you are
give me
not
an
able
option
to
for-
see the group chat. Yeah,
No.
tell your name. I will send you personally.
Okay, my name is
What is your
Wycliffe.
name?
My name is Wycliffe.
Can you message me? Can you drop a message to me?
I don't know how to send a message to you either because it doesn't give me any. If I had a way to send you a message, I would.
You are Bulex Katumbi.
Say again?
Your name is Bulex.
No, my name is Wycliffe. WYCLIFF.
Okay, Wycliffe. Yeah, I have seen. You are an external participant. That's why you are not getting the chat option. I got it.
Okay.
So, can any other participant share him?
Yes, sir. You
Okay,
can
one
share
more
me.
is asking about. So, are you not getting the chat option in your team?
No, I don't
No.
see it on the.
No, sir. You maybe
Okay.
it mean hidden the chat box, sir.
Hidden the chat box. Okay.
Yes, sir. There is
Then
no chat
you
box.
should tell it earlier. Okay. Let me upload in the.
I need PPT, sir.
Okay. I have finding some solution. Like I have to contact with the administrator. Chat is not visible to the participants. And
Yes,
how
sir.
can I share you?
Sir, also we did not receive the last training PPT and training
I
tools,
have
sir.
already shared to the administrator.
But sir, they couldn't share with us. Why they do
Okay,
not
okay.
share with sir?
I will
Please,
ask them
sir.
to share. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We need training tools. It's very important. We are patient person. We are enjoying your training, sir.
Okay, okay. Fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I am Jainul from Bangladesh. You know
Okay,
me,
okay.
sir.
So if chat box is off for you, then at this moment, what I can do, focus on the presentation only. Okay.
Please share with
I
me
will.
also. PPT.
Yeah, I
now
have
on
shared the PPT.
even for previous training, I didn't receive. What I have is only for project management for managers only in my
Okay.
chat. Yeah.
Okay.
For the today chat,
Doctor, even
I
me,
think it is not accessible to you.
okay. Doctor, even me, please, you can share with me. I'm Joseph from Zambia.
Okay. Actually, I am not getting any personal chat. Joseph. Joseph.
Yes,
Yes.
already hidden, sir.
I think the administrator has hidden. Otherwise, all the participants
Check
will
for
get the.
Aaron P. Aaron P also. Aaron P.
One more thing I can do is I can upload in the team channel, and from there you can download. I am uploading right now.
Please do it.
It
And
has
for
already
previous
been
also
uploaded.
upload for
From
previous
the
also.
channel files, you can download. I have uploaded it. Okay. You can download from the channel. Your chat box is off. I can't share any messages to you.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, you can send me one by one, sir.
It will take a lot of time. I have sent to one participant, Paulette Bernard, and kindly share with other participants also. Help them. Okay. Otherwise, I will lose my time in sharing the PPTs.
Okay. Then go
Thank
ahead.
you,
I
sir.
think
I will
the
share
training
with
was also. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you. So, first of all, we will discuss about Gantt chart. It is very important for an organization. Gantt chart is presented in a chart all the tasks in a project. They show the order. Let me check one more messages. Yes, Bernard, can you share with the other participants if possible? Or Paulette Bernard, if possible, you can share with the other participants.
Okay, doctor, let me try that and see.
Yeah.
But sir, you can share with me, sir. I'll share
Okay,
the.
I will.
Sir, you can
I
share
am
with,
trying my best. Hope you can get it.
How can I reach you, sir? Do you have any WhatsApp number?
sir, you can share with Channel Abidin. Then you can get easily from your end.
And see.
So now focus here. Gantt chart present in one chart, and also project managers can see when individual tasks are completed on time and adjust the project schedule. The chart also shows which goals were met on schedule, helping managers gauge employee productivity. Managers can set deadlines, milestones, and schedules for various projects component. Project planners can coordinate resource allocation with the project schedule. Managers can see the amount of time each process takes and designate managers can see the amount of time each process takes and designate resources accordingly. So the project management methodology uses the Gantt chart. See here, now we will see how we make the Gantt chart. Like how a project breaks down into tasks. Suppose we are talking about the automobile industry, then there would be a stamping, there would be painting, you have to install the tires, you have to install the brakes. So there are all the tasks should be broken into several stages, and each task will begin and end, how long each task will take, and who will perform the task, how tasks relate to and depend on each other. Now share Gantt chart. Suppose one task has started at this place. One task has started from this place. Is it visible? And finishes till here. Like the date is given 21st May to 23rd May, 24th May. And task B had started from here when task A was already going. When task A was finished, it was still going on till 28th May. Are you getting my words?
Yes, yes. Yes, we are.
So
Yes, yes.
one task had completed and the other task was still going. And if you will see the task 3, then task 1 and task 2 was already going, and task 3 started and it ended till 28th May. Sorry, 27th May. So it is not necessary that in an organization all the tasks will start at the same time and in at the same duration. Someone may finish first and the other task may finish later. That's why we prepare a Gantt chart for easy visibility of all the activities. As we can see here, it may possible that some activities would be running from here and finishes for this portion. So it depends on the activities and industry, how the process is going on. Have you got how to design a Gantt chart? So the efficiency of Gantt chart help project managers to calculate realistic project completion times and set goals based on available resources. Both of these advantages increase productivity. Team members may have access to same information, keeping everyone informed of project progress. Because of this, it is possible to hold all team members, including remote workers, accountable for their tasks. Team members can reference the chart and establish roles and responsibilities. Gantt charts allow project planners and team members to analyze workflows for constraints and adjust their work accordingly. Gantt charts help project managers track, benchmark, and task throughout the project process. Team members can easily visualize which elements may be missing from the Gantt chart. Gantt charts help teams balance multiple projects at once. They prompt managers to estimate which resources are needed when. They are also easy to change. Gantt charts provide a project roadmap at a glance, allowing for easier management, monitoring, and organization of project components. The chart gives a holistic view of the project timeline and task. It also provides high-level visibility into the who, what, when, and where of a project. Employees can quickly see the status of the project or a project phase. The Gantt charts don't indicate task dependencies or critical paths of a project in detail. Users cannot tell how one task falling behind schedule affects other tasks. The PERT chart, another popular project management method, is designed to do. Gantt charts are good for providing a high-level view of project workflows. However, they can leave some things to interpretation. This is especially true for large-scale IT projects, such as certain details about priorities, deadlines, and expectations may be left out of the high-level view of complex projects. A third issue with the Gantt charts is that the taskbar does not show the quantity of work each task requires. It may show a specific length of time which roughly implies a certain amount of resources. It does not designate the resources. That creates ambiguity and can lead to resource contention. So this is the overview of Gantt chart. Have you understood? Is there any problem in Gantt chart? Now we will see project milestones. A project milestone are significant points in a project timeline that mark key achievements or stages of completion. They serve as reference points for tracking progress, measuring success, and ensuring that the project is on schedule. Milestones are typically associated with the completion of important deliverables, the achievement of project objectives. or the occurrence of critical project events. Milestones are specific and well-defined, making it clear when they have been achieved. They are measurable, allowing project managers to objectively determine when they have been reached. Milestones have a specific date or time frame associated with them, indicating when they are expected to occur. Milestones represent key accomplishments or turning points in the project. They are typically visible and easily identifiable by project stakeholders. The initiation of project is often marked as a milestone representing the project's official start. Milestone associated with the approval of project requirements by stakeholders, marking the completion of project's design phase. Achieving a working prototype or proof of concept can be a significant milestone in product development projects. Passing critical tests or validations such as user acceptance testing can be considered milestone. Completion and acceptance of a specific deliverable such as software modules, reports, or documentation. The completion of project phases such as planning, execution, and closure can each be considered milestone. Receiving the budget approval or securing additional funding for the project can be a financial milestone. Achieving regulatory approvals or certifications may be vital in certain industries. The formal acceptance of project deliverables by the client or stakeholders. Successful completion of quality audits or inspections can represent a quality milestone. So we can see here milestones in the project represent events such as key deliverables received, project kickoff completed, final plan approved, requirements gathering, design approved, project phase completed. Some examples like we can mark the critical task. Milestones are used to mark significant points or achievements in a project timeline. Here are examples we can see, like marking the completion of a critical task that has a high impact on the project progress or success. Signifying the successful completion of a project phase such as planning phase, design phase, or testing phase. We can also achieve a milestone when a functional product prototype is developed. We can obtain regulatory approval or certification for the project, product, or process. We can also highlight important project review meetings where project progress and performance are assessed. We can reach a specific revenue target, which may signify a financial goal achieved. By achieving a certain number of new customer signups or acquisitions, we can mark the launch of a new product or service to the market, reaching a predetermined market share percentage as a key result. These examples demonstrate how milestones can be used to track critical tasks, phase completion, major events, and the achievement of goals and key results in a project. Milestones provide a clear way to measure and communicate progress, celebrate achievements, and keep the project team and stakeholders aligned with the project objectives. So these are the milestones. Now we will discuss about work breakdown structure. The work breakdown structure is a fundamental project management tool that serves several purposes, including establishing a common understanding of the project scope. The work breakdown structure is structured hierarchically, starting with the highest level overview of the project and then breaking down the work into progressively finer levels of detail. This hierarchical structure helps in organizing and categorizing the project tasks and deliverables. The primary purpose of work breakdown structure is to define and document the scope of the project comprehensively. It breaks down the project into a smaller manageable components, making it easier to understand the full extent of the work required. The work breakdown structure focuses on deliverables which are tangible or measurable outcomes of the project. Each level of the hierarchy represents a more detailed description of these deliverables, providing clarity on what needs to be produced or achieved. The work breakdown structure is a tool for communication and ensuring that all project stakeholders, including team members, clients, and sponsors, have a shared understanding of the project scope. It eliminates ambiguity and reduces the risk of misunderstandings. The work breakdown structure is used as a foundation for project planning. It serves as a basis for creating schedules, assigning responsibilities, estimating resources, and developing budgets. Each work breakdown structure element can be associated with a specific project task and activities. By breaking down the project into a smaller components, work breakdown structure facilitates progress tracking and reporting. Project managers can monitor the status of individual elements to gauge overall project progress accurately. When changes to the project scope are proposed, the work breakdown structure helps in assessing their impact. Project managers can evaluate which work breakdown structure elements are affected and make informed decisions about whether to accept or reject the changes. The work breakdown structure can be used to define quality control points and criteria for each deliverable, ensuring that quality standards are met at every level of the project. It aids in resource allocation by helping project managers identify which resources are needed for each work breakdown structure element. So, for the work breakdown structure, we should develop and establish a common understanding of project scope. And it is a hierarchical description of the work that must be done to complete the deliverables of a project. Each descending level in the work breakdown structure represents an increasingly detailed description of the project deliverables. See how a work breakdown structure is made. If you have got the PPT, then it would be okay. Otherwise, you can listen. Like here, the breakdown structure has been given in four stages like initiation, planning, execution and control, and closeout. In the first stage, initiation, in the first stage of initiation, We can develop a business case, assign project manager, and develop project charter. In the second stage of planning phase, we can perform primary planning, develop work breakdown structure, plan schedule, plan resource, plan budget, perform supplementary planning, plan risk management, or plan change and conferences. In the third stage, we can manage communication, we can manage procurement, we can track and manage tasks, execute project tasks, we can build subsystem, we can build and manage the changes. That is execution and control, which we are studying. And the fourth one is closeout, like document closeout and transfer project. So this is a work breakdown structure. Have you understood work breakdown structure? Like whatever the work you have been assigned in your organization, break it in different stages and then map it. After that, you can know which task or activity is related with related at what time and when would be its requirement. That is called the work breakdown structure. Now we will come again on case study. Where is it? Now see, we have structured our research like we are discussing about optimization for a Korean automobile industry. So we have defined five steps. And now we will see about technology transfer project steps. Like whenever we are working on operations of technology transfer project like the Hyundai, then we should know about title of operation, like how the idea was formulated, and then how we are conversation with the partners.
Oh, doctor, is
Yeah,
it okay?
you can
Is
ask.
it possible? Is it okay if you can enlarge this the size of the the size of the words we are unable to see? Yes, yes, yeah.
Now it is visible.
Uh-huh. This better than yes, yes, yes. We are able
Okay.
to see now. Thank you.
It's visible, but you hide the others. Okay. 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 Thank you. Yeah.
So whenever we are making any technology transfer project through project management concept, then we have to formulate our idea first. And then we can know with the conversation with partners like here we have discussed about Hyundai in Korea and how their sister organization Kia Motors has launched its vehicle in the consumer segment. Then we can sign the official agreement. And in the right side, you will see common goals, motivations, and team buildings. And we have also mentioned the duration or weeks. How much time you will take to complete the first operations. In this way, you can also design in your own industry that which operation can be performed in how many days. Here, technology and standard documents preparation means how you will prepare the standard documents. This is it depends on rules and regulations of the organization where you are operating your businesses. Like regulations in Africa might be different from India or some European nations. So as per tax policies and the norms in your organization, you can specify how much time you will take. Then we will move for the investment engagement. Which refers to the process of actively managing and participating in investments to maximize their potential returns. Here are some key aspects of investment engagement like portfolio management, research and due diligence, diversification, active versus passive investing, risk management, long-term planning, monitoring and review, responsible investment, active engagement with companies. So in the portfolio management, investors engage with their portfolios by actively managing their assets, including buying, selling, and reallocating investment to achieve their financial goal. This can involve selecting a specific stock bonds, mutual funds, or other investment vehicles. Successful investment engagement often starts with thorough research and due diligence. This includes analyzing market trends, and diversifying a portfolio by investing in a mix of asset classes can help manage risk. Engaged investors carefully consider diversification strategies to balance risk and return. Investment engagement can take the form of active or passive strategies. Active investors frequently buy and sell securities to exploit market opportunities, while passive investors often opt for low-cost index funds. And if we will talk about long-term planning, then we can engage investors often long-term financial goals. Performance of investments and reviewing financial goals, which is a crucial step. An increasing number of investors are increasing in responsible or sustainable investing, considering environmental, social, and governance factors in their investment decisions. So we have already defined as the 14 weeks. See here. Now we will see building a partnership with foreign subsidiaries. So we are talking about assessment of subsidiary environment. And then building partnership with foreign subsidiaries like first of all, we should understand the local market dynamics, where subsidiary operates. We can know about local business practices, cultural norms, legal requirements, and competitive landscape. After that, we can define specific goals and objectives for partnership. We can determine what you hope to achieve through collaboration, whether it is expanding market presence, sharing technology, accessing local resources, or optimizing operations. We can establish clear and open lines of communication between the parent company and the foreign subsidiary. Effective communication is essential for aligning strategies and addressing challenges promptly. We should also recognize and respect cultural differences. Building a strong relationships often requires an understanding of local customs and practices. We should also determine what resources, whether it is technology, expertise, or capital, can be shared between the parent company and the subsidiary. We can ensure that resource sharing agreements are equitable and mutually beneficial. We can invest in training and skill development programs for employees in both the parent and subsidiary companies. This can help align teams and improve collaboration. We can also schedule regular meetings and reviews to assess the progress of partnership. We can encourage feedback from both parties and be open to making adjustments as needed. And then we can consider the long-term sustainability of the partnership, whether these opportunities for further expansion or diversification of collaboration in the future. Okay. So these are the development of technology for transferring. In this way, we can make the title of operations and schedule the duration of the weeks. Okay. You can go through it, and we will be joining in 5 minutes. This is a very long session, so you can also take refreshment. Okay. Is it fine?
No, it is all right, Doc.
Yes, it's fine.
So I am returning in 5 minutes. I am taking a small pause. Meanwhile, you can also get refreshed. Then we will sit again. Now we will discuss about critical path analysis, CPA method, which is a project management technique used to plan and manage complex projects by identifying the most complex projects, by determining the minimum amount of time required to complete a project. We can begin by identifying all the tasks and activities required to complete the project. Each task should have a defined start and end point. Determining the sequence in which task must be performed. Some tasks may be dependent on the completion of others and must follow a specific order. We can estimate the time required to complete each task. These estimates should be as accurate as possible and consider factors like resources, skill levels, and potential risk. We can identify dependencies between tasks. which can be categorized as finish to a start to a start, finish to finish, and a start to finish. Here in the block diagram, you will see A, B, and C. See in the picture, is it visible to you? Now I think it is visible to you.
Yes, yes, it's visible, Doc. It's visible.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Someone is playing music. Let me pause. So we will see operation A is not preceded, like none of the operations is before A. While operation B is preceded by operation A and operation C is preceded by operation B. It means that when operation A will complete, then operation B will start, and when operation B will finish, then operation C will start. C can't start until A and B has been finished. This is the outcome. Have you got my words? After that, in the B situation, we will see X, Y, Z. So operation Y and Z are preceded by operation X. Operation Y and Z may start in parallel. It means that when operation X will be going on, operation Y and Z will not be started. But when operation Y and Z wants to start, they can start parallelly or they can have a gap in a starting point. This is the outcome of picture B. Are you getting my words? Now we will see the picture C. Like in this network diagram that visually represents the task, their dependencies and their estimated durations. This diagram is also called as a critical path method network or PAT, program evaluation and review technique chart. We can determine the critical path, which is the sequence of tasks that if delayed will delay the project overall completion. Tasks on the critical path have zero slack or float, meaning they cannot be delayed without extending the project duration. We can calculate the total duration of the project by adding the durations of tasks along the critical path. We can identify tasks that are not on the critical path and have some flexibility in their start and end dates. These tasks have positive slack or float, meaning they can be delayed without affecting the overall project duration. Throughout the project execution, regularly monitor the progress of tasks and update the project schedule as needed. When delays or changes occur, assess their impact on the critical path and overall project timeline. In this way, we can use project management in automobile industry. Now we will see C, J, K, L and M. When J, K, L will finish, then only M can start. Here it has also been written as operation J, K and L may start in parallel, but operation M should be preceded by all of them. Suppose J and K operation has been finished and L is still going on. Then M will wait for starting their activities. Because M is preceded by the three operations. And if we will talk in figure D, X, Y, Z, double A. So operation Z and double A are preceded by operations X and Y. When X will be completed, Z can start. When Y will be completed, operation double A can start. But here there is also a double arrow. It means that A is also dependent on X. When X will be finished, then only double A can start. Understand?
Yes, understood.
So in this way, we recognize which task will be completed first and which operation will start at what time. Suppose one task is dependent on some other task, then you have to wait until it will be completed. Now we will discuss about benefits of critical path method. Like it helps in improving project planning. CPM helps project managers to create detailed and well-structured project plans. It aids in resource allocation and management by highlighting task dependencies. Identifying the critical path allows project managers to focus on areas of high risk. Critical path method provides a basis for tracking progress and making adjustments to keep the project on schedule. Critical path method is a powerful tool for managing project timeliness and ensuring that complex projects are completed efficiently. It is widely used in various industries like construction, manufacturing, software development, and more. So now we will see about the quality criteria of the network schedule. Like exact inclusion of all project operations. So it is essential to establish a clear quality criteria and define the exact scope of what included in those operations. Quality criteria help in measuring and maintaining the standards of the project, while precise inclusion criteria set boundaries and expectations for what falls within the project scope. We can ensure that project operations align with the overall project objectives and goals. The quality of operations should contribute to achieving the desired project outcomes. We can also establish performance standards and metrics to measure the quality of project operations. It could include criteria related to efficiency, effectiveness, accuracy, and timeliness. We can also ensure that project operations comply with relevant industry standards, regulations, and best practices. It includes legal and ethical considerations. We can consider the satisfaction of project stakeholders, including clients, team members, and end users. Feedback and surveys can be used to assess stakeholder satisfaction with project operations. We can evaluate how efficiently project resources such as time, budget, and personnel are being used in project operations. Efficiency can impact project quality and overall success. We can assess the effectiveness of risk management strategies within project operations. Quality criteria should include how well risks are identified and evaluated and mitigated. We can ensure that project operations are well documented. Proper documentation is crucial for transparency, accountability, and future reference. We can also clearly define the scope of project operations in the project scope statement. This document should outline what is and is not included in the project activities. We have already discussed about work breakdown structure. We have discussed about project charter, like it include a high level of description of the project and its boundaries. Also, we have discussed about change control, like we can establish a change control process to handle any changes or additions to project operations. Changes should be carefully evaluated and documented to maintain clarity. We can define the channels and methods of communication within project operations. This ensures that all relevant stakeholders are informed and engaged. We can specify acceptance criteria for project deliverables and milestones. This helps in determining when project operations are considered complete and meet the required quality standards. We can clearly list any activities or tasks that are explicitly excluded from the project scope. This prevents a scope creep and ensures that everyone understands the project boundaries. We can identify dependencies between project operations and other elements. We can also understand dependencies helps in planning. Now we will see here how the Gantt chart created using the Microsoft project and how the critical path is in red, the slack is in black, connected to non-critical activities. So first of all, we will discuss about slack in a critical path method, which has been shown in the black box. Is it visible? Black color, like
Yeah.
okay. So we will first try to understand that what is slack. So slack is also known as a float in a critical path method, which refers to the amount of time a task or activity within a project can be delayed without causing a delay in the project overall completion time. In critical path method, there are two types of slack. Total float represents the amount of time a non-critical path task can be delayed without delaying the project final completion date, or these are tasks that have some flexibility in their start and finish date. When total float is zero, it means that the task is on the critical path and cannot be delayed without impacting project duration. There is also a term free slack, like or simply we can say free float, which is similar to total float but is specific to a particular task. It represents the amount of time a non-critical task can be delayed without delaying the start of any dependent task. In other words, it is the flexibility a task has without affecting tasks that come after it. Free float equal to early start of next task minus early finish of current task. In this way, schedule flexibility allows project managers to identify tasks that can be delayed without affecting the project overall schedule. This knowledge can be helpful in managing resources and addressing unexpected issues without jeopardizing the project completion date. Project managers can allocate resources to critical path tasks with confidence, knowing that non-critical tasks have some schedule flexibility. By understanding the slack in schedule, project managers can assess the potential impact of delays in non-critical tasks and take proactive measures to mitigate risk. Slack information can help in optimizing resource allocation, ensuring that resources are focused on critical tasks while maintaining a buffer for non-critical tasks. It is important to note that while Slack provides flexibility, it should not be used as an excuse for unnecessary delays. Effective project management involves monitoring the project progress, addressing issues promptly, and using judicially to enhance project efficiency. Now in the diagram, we can see uh, here the task name has already been given, like when the task has started, what is the predecessor, what is the duration of the days, now semester 1, 2, 3, and 4, how the work is progress. So when task A was started, then task B was started simultaneously. You can see in the diagram. A has finished, but B was still continuing. Meanwhile, when A stopped, C and D start parallel. When C stops, was about to stop, E has started. In this way, we can see uh, any task is starting at whatever the time, all are interrelated, so we can easily know about the critical path, the path with by mapping with the help of Gantt chart. Now we will see which methods can be applied for assessing the duration of operations, like expert method. Assessing the duration of operations within a project is one of the techniques to use to estimate the time required for a specific project activities. The first step is to identify individuals or teams with relevant expertise and experience in the type of operations or task being assessed. These experts should have a deep understanding of the work involved. We can also engage the identified experts in a consultation process. This can be done through one-on-one meetings, group discussions, workshop, or expert interview. The goal is to tap into their knowledge and insights. During the consultation, gather as much information as possible about the operation scene. We can have a detailed descriptions of the task involved, historical data, or past project records. We can have also expert opinions on potential challenges, risk, and resource requirements. Experts may provide estimates in various forms, such as single point estimate. For example, you are estimating that a specific operation can be completed within a week, a specific operation can be completed within 10 days, 20 days, or range estimates, like providing a range of possible durations. Suppose you are working in a garment industry and you have told your client that it will take approx 1 or 2 weeks, means you are telling the range whether 7 days, within 7 to 14 days your task will be completed. That is called the range estimates. And also we can have qualitative assessment, like experts might offer insights about the complexity, uncertainty, or uniqueness of the operations, which can inform the duration in estimate. That is called the expert method. Now peer review. Peer review in project operations is a process where team members or experts within the project review and evaluate each other's work, processes, or deliverables to ensure quality, accuracy, and adherence to project objectives and standards. Peer reviews are commonly used in various project management methodologies to improve the overall quality and effectiveness of project operations. We can identify team members or subject matter experts who have knowledge and expertise relevant to the task or deliverable being reviewed. We can ensure that reviewers are impartial and objective in their assessment. We can establish clear criteria and guidelines for the review process. This may include project objectives, quality standards, compliance with project plans, and a specific criteria for evaluating the work or deliverable. We can plan and when and how often peer reviews will take place. Depending on the project size and complexity, reviews may occur at various stages, such as project initiation, planning, execution, and closure. We can include reviews in the project schedule to allocate time for this important quality control activity. The reviewers examine the work or deliverable in question, paying close attention to the defined criteria. Also, they can provide feedback and recommendation for improvement, pointing out any deviations from the project objectives or quality standards. So the earlier steps of the project can be taken, and the actual length of previous operation would require for peer reviews. Now the parameter assessment. Parameter assessment in project operations involve evaluating a specific metrics, criteria, or parameters to gauge the performance, progress, and success of a project. These assessments are crucial for tracking project objectives, ensuring quality, and making informed decisions. Determine the critical metrics, criteria, or parameters that are relevant to your project. These parameters should align with project goals and objectives, like cost, schedule, quality, scope, risk, and resource utilization. We can establish clear and consistent methods for measuring and assessing each parameter. We can define units of measurement, data sources, and measurement frequency. We can also ensure that measurement methods are accurate and reliable. We can create a baseline for each parameter. At the beginning of the project, this baseline serves as a reference point for future assessment and allows to track changes and deviations. We can continuously monitor and the selected parameters throughout the project lifecycle. This involves collecting data and comparing it to the established baseline and targets. We can gather data related to the parameters through various means such as project management software, surveys, observations, and reports. We can ensure data accuracy and integrity. We can also analyze the collected data to assess the current status and performance of the project in relation to the identified parameters. We can use statistical methods, trend analysis, and other tools to derive insights. We can make a performance reporting by creating reports and dashboards that present the assessment results for each parameter. These reports should be clear and easily understandable by project stakeholders. We can also do variance analysis by comparing the actual values of parameters to the planned or expected values. We can identify any variances or deviations and investigate their causes. So these deviations from the planned parameters are identified. Take appropriate corrective actions, adjust project plans, resources, or processes as necessary to begin the project back on track. Suppose some project has been derailed, so with the help of parameter assessment, you can take it back on the track. This is the parameter assessment. So parameter assessment is an ongoing process in project management, helping project managers and teams to stay aligned with the project objectives, detect issues early, and make informed decisions. It provides a basis for proactive management and ensures that project remains on track to deliver its intended outcomes. This is parameter assessment. Now, we will talk about reserve analysis. Reserve analysis in project operations involves the assessment of contingency reserves and management reserves to account for risk that could potentially impact the duration or length of project operations. These reserves are set aside to address unexpected events or uncertainties that may cause delays. Here is how reserve analysis works in managing risk that influence the duration of project operations. Contingency reserves are buffers of time and resources allocated to a specific activities or task within the project schedule. These reserves are intended to address identified risks that may cause delays or disruptions. Project team assess potential risk and uncertainties that could affect the duration of critical project activities. This includes risk related to resource availability, external dependencies, weather, technology, and more. Based on the assessed risk, project managers allocate contingency reserves to the activities most vulnerable to delays. These reserves are typically expressed in terms of additional time or resources. The existence of contingency reserves and their purpose should be communicated to the project team, stakeholders, and relevant parties. So it is important to clarify when and how these reserves can be accessed.
Doc, you are far from the mic.
Am I audible? Let me
Yes,
check.
now you are audible.
Okay. So we are talking about let me show. Reserve analysis. So we can continuously monitor the project progress and the status of identified risk. When a risk materializes, activate the contingency reserves promptly to address the issue and prevent delays. In this way, we do the reserve analysis and experts of the content of operations and possible risk. We can also talk about management reserves, which are additional time or resources set aside at the project level to address unknown or unexpected risks that were not identified during the risk assessment process. Contingency reserves, management reserves are typically under the control of senior management or project sponsors and are accessed in exceptional cases. They are not allocated to a specific task or activities. We can maintain transparent and regular communication with project stakeholders about the status of reserves, including how much remains and the reasons for their use. We can report on the utilization of contingency and management reserves in project status reports and updates to ensure all parties are aware of changes to the project timeline or budgets. Reserve analysis is a critical aspect of project risk management as it provides a safety net to address unforeseen challenges that may affect the duration or length of project operations. Properly managed reserves help ensure that the project can adapt to unexpected circumstances while still meeting its objectives. So these are the main methods for assessing the duration of operations in network diagram, which we have seen in the Gantt chart method. So in your organization, also try to implement the Gantt chart method. You can get, it would be helpful for you. Is it visible to you? So here a lot of activities has been shown, like idea formulation, document preparation, conversation with partners, investment, partnership, assessment, communication, development of technology, logistic channels. Yes, hello.
Doc, maybe you increase the size. You increase the size, or you
Okay.
you zoom it. Yes, we're able to. Yes, again a bit. Okay. Thank you.
So here you can see above the idea formulation, it is written in the first box as 0. And if you will see, and let me show. Yes, in the first box it is 0, and the time taken would be 20. It has already mentioned 20. So when the conversation with partners will start, the first box is showing 20, because when idea formulation will be completed in 20 days, then the conversation with partners will start. And also you will see documents preparation here. It is 20, and it will take 26 days more to finish the conversation with partners. Then the total time taken would be 46. 20 plus 26 equal to 46. Same way, you will see document preparation will take a time of 30 days, and already it has started on the 28th. So the total time would be 50. 20 plus 30 equal to 50. In this way, critical path method is made where we can know the earliest start date and earliest finish date of a project. Have you got earliest start date and earliest finish date?
Doc, Doc, what's the
Yes.
meaning of those numbers 0, 20, 20, 50, 22?
Yeah, that I am telling you. See, the first zero is showing in the idea formulation. Zero is showing as first early start date, means when the project can get started, that is 0 days, because it is starting from the initiation. Understand? Like today you are going to formulate the idea, then the today's count would be 0. Like I am starting from the scratch. The second box in the 20 shows that it will take 20 days to complete the idea formulation. And the third box of the 20 shows that the earliest finish date of idea formulation would be 20. Hope I think it might not be clear to you, but when we will talk about the conversation with partners, then it would be clear. Now come here, conversation with partners. The 20 shows here that earliest start is on the 28th date of the project, because 20 days has already been passed in idea formulation. Are you getting my words? For example, you are working in an industry and you have taken 10 days in idea formulation. And the next stage is conversation with partners. Then you will start on the 10th date. So it is taken as earliest start date as 20. And it will take 26 days to finish. So earliest finish date would be 46. Are you getting my words? Or may I write?
Yes. We are getting you loud and clear. Yes. I understand the meaning of numbers.
Yeah. So in this way, you can calculate which activity will start when, like what would be their earliest start time and what would be their earliest finish time. It will help in knowing that how many days you have to invest in completing a project. Like if we like the time is also running, if we will move on feedback and correction mechanism, see here, then this activity has started on 92 days. After 92 days, like all the previous activities have been completed, and particular this activity will take 28 days to finish. So overall, in the whole project, you have to invest 120 days. Understand? In this way, you can design your critical path method to know that how much time you have to invest in completing a particular project. Is it clear to you or not? Tell me, is it clear or not?
Yeah, it's clear, Doc.
Okay,
It's clear.
fine. Okay, fine. Thank you. So now we will come for the conclusion. Like the Korean automobile industry develops very fast and manage a lot of changes. So they have applied a critical path analysis and a model parameters evaluation that are included in the project planning process, but there is nothing about risk analysis. So whenever you are applying the critical path analysis method, you can get the earliest start date and earliest finish date of a project, but you have no idea about the risk associated with it. This is the major drawback of critical path analysis. Risk factors may have a negative impact on project management, and they should be submitted in the Gantt chart model. If you will design the Gantt chart model, then you can also mention the risk associated with particular project. So if we want to assess the risk management of a project, then various tools can be used, like the work breakdown structure can also be used, so that we can identify the critical operations of a project. Now see here. Work breakdown structure is used for risk analysis, and it is also used in making the network diagram. After the risk analysis and network diagram, we are doing the resource planning and budgeting, where we will identify the cost. After that, we will project master the schedule. Then we will align our project, what would be the requirements and how we can mobilize our resources for completing the project. So the main results of this study is the combination of Gantt chart and critical path analysis flow diagram methods improves the planning process for a technology transfer project. If we can use a work breakdown structure also, then we can also mitigate our risk in the project. And the critical path and operation resolves in a network diagram help to optimize the planning process for technology transfer. So critical path and operation resolves in a network diagram helps in optimizing the planning process, and also it have a sustainable impact on technology transfer projects. Understand? Is there any problem till now? You can ask. If you have any doubt for the today's session, you can ask. So we have discussed about the optimization of technology transfer process using Gantt charts and critical path analysis flow diagrams. Case study of Korean automobile industry. In this way, we have learned about project monitoring and control, which are the essential processes in project management. They involve tracking and managing project activities, resources, and progress to ensure that a project stays on track and meets its objective. Like how we can monitor the progress, how we can manage our available resources, and then control the resources such as budget, materials, and personnel. How we can control the quality of the project and project deliverables, meet the specified quality standards, and taking corrective actions when. How we can identify and manage risk that could impact the project success, including mitigation strategies and contingency plans. How we can ensure the project stays within its defined scope and that any changes are properly documented and approved. How we can maintain clear and effective communication among the project team, stakeholders, and other relevant parties to keep everyone informed about project progress and issues. How we can manage and approve changes to the project scope, schedule all resources through a formal change control process. Regularly generating and distributing reports that summarize the project performance and status to stakeholders. We can also identify and address any issues or roadblocks that may arise during the project execution, ensuring that all project documentation is up to date and accurate, including project plans, schedules, and budgets. Overall, project monitoring and control are crucial for ensuring that a project is completed successfully on time and within budget while meeting the required quality standards. It involves proactive management and the ability to adapt the changing circumstances. We have discussed the project monitoring and evaluation and also seen a case study of Korean automobile industry. Hope you have understood well. You have learned the Gantt chart method. You have learned about work breakdown structure. You have learned about critical path method. So apply in your organization, whatever the industries you are working, it will benefit in managing your projects. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Yeah, Doc. According to the link that we got in the WhatsApp, the training was about the monitoring and evaluation. I don't know if the training is about the same topic.
What? Yeah, we have discussed about monitoring and evaluation with the help of Gantt chart and work breakdown structure. The topic is same, and we have discussed about a Korean company. Have you understood?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, Doc, I just wanted to understand if
Your voice is not audible.
I want to understand whether we are going to have another session like this or this is just the first and the last. I just want to understand the schedule there. Hello.
You are not audible to me. Your voice is not clear. Who is speaking? Maurice Firi. Yeah, speak loudly.
Yes. Yes, I was trying to understand whether we are going to have another session like this or this is just the time.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is it the final or we are
Yes.
going to have another session like this? Hello.
Yes, hello.
Doc, Mr. Joseph is trying to find out if we are going to have another session or this is the final one.
Today's session is over for project monitoring and control. And if some sessions should be allocated more, then I can conduct. You have to talk with the administration.
Okay, got it.
Like the time is also running.
I also wanted to ask, so which one is the
Yes.
first one when we are having a project? Is it a monitoring, or we start with the evaluation and then we monitor, or we monitor and then we finish with the evaluation? Which one is the first one?
Yeah, it is very critical task. Like monitoring and evaluation is performed simultaneously. Now, first we will monitor, then we will evaluate. Both the activities should be performed simultaneously, because whenever you are monitoring any activities, also try to assess them that what is the outcome. If there would be some drawbacks, then it can be corrected instant. Otherwise, the problem would become a big problem, and you will have to face a trouble, and it may possible that you can have also a big money loss. So monitoring and evaluation both is performed together. Understand? You can
Yes,
use a lot of software for project management, where the monitoring and evaluation can be performed together. Your data would be also evaluated based on the standards.
All right, thank you so much. Understood.
Okay, thank you. As the time is running, you can leave now.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Have a good night.